Okay. Okay. Um, Let me see here. Bada bing, bada boom. Says here we are live. Okay. Oh, okay. Let me check the audio. For those of you a little confused, they changed this for some reason. Once upon a time, they had this thing called Hangouts on Air, where you could just press a button and go live, and it was really easy. And now I have to download software for it, which is not what I was trying to do. So, great, it's offline. Outstanding. We should be good now. Okay. Let me see. This should be going live in. We are live. We should be. I think. I hope. Okay. Well, I'm going to proceed. Yes, I can hear myself. Perfect. So, I think the elephant in the room here is to talk about what's going on in the world in general. I didn't go into this with a plan, with a with things I was going to say, things I was going to talk about. It's just sort of how it is. Um, so okay, let's talk about COVID. The the virus itself is there's a middle ground between we're all going to be fine and we're all going to die. And that's where coronavirus roughly is. This is not Ebola. This is not like if you get it, you're dead, you're toast. But you're also like not guaranteed to be fine, like a regular like cold or a flu, especially for people our age. What I will tell you, and what I will say, is that based on what I've seen abroad, based on my experience this past week, having traveled, um, this is one of those things that gets really bad really quick. There is no sort of like waiting period. It will go overnight from we're all fine to quarantined in your home. Um, I guess on a personal note, I'm fine. Um, okay, I moved closer to my router. Hopefully, this is better. Send me messages in the chat and let me know if this is better or worse, so I know not to do it from in there anymore. Um, so, I think here's the issue. Please, please, please take the coronavirus as seriously as you possibly can. Stay home this month or however long that we have of being, telework, whatever you want to call it. That's not an excuse to go out and party for 3 weeks. Please resist the urge to do that. This is serious shit. Like, there's no other way to say it. Stay home. Don't get sick. If not for yourselves, then for your parents and for your grandparents, who are far more likely to have serious complications if they get sick. All right? You will be fine, but you will be like a walking, conquistador spreading smallpox. Uh, so, yeah. I'm sorry if you guys have work. I mean, I don't know what to tell you guys. It's not a good situation. It's really not. If your boss is making you come into work, then your boss is an asshole. Like, there's no other way to say it. Yeah. So, let's talk about what the survey results were and sort of how things are going to go moving forward. So I have 3 Western Civ 2 classes. 2 of those classes, sections 01 and 04, are on normal, regular schedule, which means that after the break, we should have been returning to do our World War I class. Whereas my accelerated class is, going between the Industrial Revolution and Napoleon. Now, the way I see it is I could do 3 different streams, but that seems oddly inefficient, and because we don't have class times anymore, it doesn't make a ton of sense to do that. So what I've done is, because I use this YouTube channel for my online classes a lot, I have lectures that I have uploaded, that I've made public, for Unit 1 and Unit 2. So if you're in my regular schedule class, this is nothing new to you. Think of this as, recap sessions classes. For my accelerated class, this means that you will be able to catch up real quick. As of right now, all assignments, as soon as I'm done with this live stream, I'm going to do it. All assignments are suspended via, pending further notice. I feel really bad if you submitted a Storm of Steel reaction paper. We are just doing this live. I am sort of caught off guard here just as much as you are. I'm thinking that we will give Storm of Steel an extra week, and that we will be streaming our lecture on World War I come this coming weekend, I think, Saturday. And then we will sort of work on a schedule based on that. Because some of you work, and because some of you have other engagements during the day, these will probably all happen either, I'm sorry about that, at night, and oh, shoot. Well, that's a notification. Apparently the president has coronavirus. That's nice. That fills me with confidence. So, yeah. Back on track. Oh, fuck, we're all gonna die. Oh, great. Anyway, yeah, so as of right now, I think that's our best bet. I think our best bet is to just do lectures twice, if not 3 times a week, depending on the schedule, and those would be starting next week. That would be starting this coming weekend. The reason for that is for you all to get up to speed with the format, number 1. Overwhelmingly, just based on the survey results, you guys prefer YouTube as a platform. So I'm trying to make this work. I am not cool enough to be a streamer. Unfortunately, you guys can't watch my epic Fortnite fails on this. That's not an option. The kinds of lectures, however, we got a bunch of varied responses. I'm just going through the survey right now. About 35% of you would prefer this format, so that's why I went to this one. The majority, but not the absolute majority, would prefer me to do this. Some sort of live stream, either with you guys, buzzing in directly with your own webcams, or through live chat. Roughly this is what the majority wants. Some of you guys would prefer no lectures at all and just have the readings with the discussion sections. I guess we'll play it by ear. I like doing the lectures. I think that there's a lot lost if we get rid of the lectures. I think, however, some ground rules need to be set up, and I know that a couple of you asked. No, I will not be uploading the PowerPoints. It's just not happening. Those are mine. Those are my babies. I don't just give those out. I'm sorry. And I think the second thing is a lot of you guys wanted to use the coronavirus as an excuse to get out of not completing Quiz 2 or getting really poor scores on Quiz 2. That's also not an option. I'm sorry. I'm trying not to be an asshole with this. However, like, I was on your case for 2 weeks and warned you in advance on several occasions that the quiz would be the way it was, and gave you ample opportunity to study. And I don't give you guys busy work for this class. I don't give you homework. All I give you is readings, and all I ask is that you guys be responsible. And I understand that like sometimes work and life gets in the way, but there's a point where I have to draw a line, and I think like that's any assignment that has been completed is set in stone. Anything going forward is postponed until we get all 3 classes on the same page. So if you are in sections 1 or 4, congratulations, you have like another couple days of break. If you are in section S2 and you're watching this, it's going to be on you to catch up, and it sucks, and I'm sorry, but we're trying to make this work. Again, I'm sort of aiming for Saturday with that, and so that means I think it's 2 videos, because I put lectures 9 and 10 together. So you should be alright. It's just watch an extra couple of videos. Sort of crash course style with the narration over the PowerPoint. Nothing you're used to. I got a question here about if there's any sort of rubric or guideline for the reaction paper. Not really, and that's sort of by design. I want you guys to just tell me what you thought of the book. Like it's not. This is not a literature class where like you need to analyze every single thing about how this character was feeling and how that character made you feel. No, this is the sort of book that, and all 3 of them are books that when you finish, you have thoughts. Like these are the sort of books that when you finish, you're like, oh, okay, that was a book. Here's what I thought about it, and that's what I want to hear. They're both designed to show me that you read the book, number 1, and number 2, to give you a chance to put thoughts to paper, and that will help you with the final as well, because you've sort of already distilled how you feel about the book in certain places, as opposed to just going in blind on it. I'm a little more concerned with the movies, because the movies were designed not just to be fun. They were spacers to give you guys time between like finishing one book and starting the next. I think we might be able to keep, if we're able to come back, we might be able to keep Jojo Rabbit, but Max is probably out at this point, which is a shame because Max is my favorite of the 3. So yeah, I might push Darkness and Noon back a little bit or scrap it entirely. It depends on. It just really depends on how much time we have and how long this goes on for. I know that there's a Chrome extension. I think it's called Watch Party, where we can watch stuff on Netflix together, provided you have like a Netflix subscription. That might be something promising. There's a couple of things on Netflix that we can watch together for sure, and we can stop and discuss and stuff like that. But I'm sort of doing this live stream to solicit suggestions. At this point, I've never really been in a position where I've had to teach like this before, at least not permanently. An online class is different because it's structured different. I don't know whether or not to do discussions or just the lectures and then sort of like leave you guys on your own. I don't know whether to do like open chat time. It's not the easiest thing, but that's sort of where my head's at. And I just wanted to touch base with you all again to let you know I'm fine. If I disappear on you again, maybe I'm dead. Who knows? Maybe I'm not. We'll play it by ear. Again, reiterate, please stay safe. Please stay inside. Um, I'm sorry if your bosses are, assholes. I know Isaiah in the comments is heartbroken about Wendy's, especially because he gets the free shit. I've heard DoorDash is a thing. Use it. Um, but other than that, I mean, this is how it's going to be. This is how it's going to be, at least for the next month. So I am envisioning between 2 and 3 weeks of this at a bare minimum. At a bare minimum. And there's a couple reasons for that. Number one, because the college is closed. But I probably would have done something like this even the college were not closed, because maybe because I went there, maybe I'm carrying it and I'm asymptomatic, and I don't know how I would deal if I got one of you guys sick. So I would not be able to personally deal with that. So I think this is just the safest thing to do for now. And I appreciate your patience. This is a brave new world, for lack of a better word. But we will. We'll make it work. We have to make it work. So, that's really it. I will work probably this weekend on making sort of a unified syllabus for all 3 classes and upload it to each of your individual canvases. And that should give you a sense of when things are going to be due. But for now, ignore any Canvas due dates. Ignore that stuff. I know S2 has a quiz. I think tonight. Ignore that. Ignore that completely. Don't do it. We haven't completed the no, not tonight. Sorry, next week. But still, don't do it. We're gonna figure out a time into that. It might even have to stay that day. I don't know. Let me work on the syllabi first. Give me at least until Sunday or Monday to figure this out. And it is what it is. Again, I appreciate your patience. You guys know how to reach me. And actually, I'll have to figure something out. I might have to buy myself a little projector or a whiteboard or something. We'll be fine. We'll figure it out. And on that note, enjoy your Friday. Spend it at home. Get drunk at home. And enjoy your weekend.